What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Young Rare, also known as Rudy Samarone, here back with a new video. And sorry for the lack of content. Especially with this Corona thing going in. A lot of people's jobs got kind of bit cut off. Well, a lot of people lost their jobs basically, and just wanted to give a quick mention to them that hopefully they make it through. They make it through this hard time, and they just keep pushing through. And in a way, I kind of see this outbreak as I guess an opportunity to some to just I guess kind of press the reset button in their life and kind of just see where they're at right now and make some adjustments for the future if in goodwill. To some it might be hell, and I know it's a rough time, but I think for me it's a perfect time to create something new. And I guess the title of this video is it's self-explanatory, man. You gotta fall in love with the process. And I guess on one note I wanted to touch on, because I guess a little background on what made me want to make this video is, I play Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I want to get into it competitively, or better yet, I just want to get good. That's just the kind of person I am. Like, whatever I'm into at the time, like I really want to get good at it. So recently I've been having friends, coach me. I would always do some research and stuff and on how to do it. And I was working on my movement exercises earlier today, and I kind of realized that after you just pretty much of any fighting game, it's just building muscle memory and just knowing how to move without thinking. So when I was just working on my movements and things just started naturally coming, I kind of had an aha moment to where, like, if you just really, I guess I just kind of witnessed it myself. If you just really practice the fundamental movements of just anything, in this case Smash, I was learning how to do backflip jumps, and I was backflip short hop jumps. That's what I was working on. And as I was doing I started seeing like my hands started naturally doing it, like doing it right. Muscle memory was built. And it just came to me like, what if I just do this with anatomy? What if I just do this with art? Like, to some people, I know this is obvious, but sometimes I just never thought of it like that. Usually I'm just the kind of guy that'll just do it. And especially when it comes to art, I don't think about it. I just draw what I see. And to some extent that's a good thing. But if you want to take your art serious, it's becomes a problem, because now you don't have an understanding, if that makes sense. You don't have an understanding of what you're doing. And sometimes I think as you progress further, you need to understand why. So I guess, not to go off a bit on a tangent, talk about video games, but how this intertwines with the theme of the video is that to become good at what you do, you need to fall in love with the process of getting there. And I think that's where a lot of artists struggle at, because they see so many artists just flourishing, just doing their thing, especially on social media and just comic books, and you're just like, damn, like I want to get good fast, but you got to look at the work that these artists put in, and they put in hours, and I'm talking about hours. And and I know a lot of artists talk about this. They you always hear like these professional artists always talking about fall in love with the process, man. But I'm here showing you this is I guess to keep it up front, man, is the reason why like I'm always so wishy-washy with these videos, man, is just because I feel overwhelmed sometimes, as far as with art, and I feel like I can't do it. And I feel sometimes that I would push myself away from drawing just because I feel like I can't make it in time. I don't think I can make it. Like, I don't see myself getting any better, and I think maybe that's what some artists go through. And I guess that's why, like, sometimes my artist friends on Instagram, they always have those, like, I always see, like, for a long period of time, they just stop drawing. And I think maybe that's what they go through, is that they get caught up with the process. But I'm here to tell you that, hey, it's okay. We all go through that. But I guess what still keeps me trying to fight and just learning to just embrace it, that hey, this is just a journey, is I guess it's just that desire to draw, that desire to get good. But see, and here's the thing that I've been finding out, is that this just doesn't apply to art. This applies to everyday life. You can see this as a, I guess the reason why I wanted to get back into starting YouTube again and just doing art videos is just because I feel like I made some strong connections with art and life, and I think that's what's been keeping me afloat and just pushing through, just learning life lessons and art too as well, just doing research as well in art, watching other artists' YouTube videos, do tutorials. It just, like, I guess things started clicking for me. And what I'm kind of doing here, and this is relevant to it, because now I'm working on my arm anatomy, because I feel like I struggle with that. And you looking here, you be like, you looking here like, yo, this dude is not struggling at all. But here's the thing, like, I wasn't, and this is where it comes to play, where I'm just when it comes to drawing, I just do stuff. I don't really think about it. So this is where that comes into play, is, so now I'm understanding, because I got to that level where I'm just I guess I could just draw without thinking, put it like that. Like, I don't really think about, oh, is this anatomically correct? I just put it on paper, and I make it seem anatomically correct. But now I'm at that level where I'm advanced enough to just understand, like, wait a minute, this isn't anatomically correct. I haven't mastered the fundamentals. And so what I'm doing now is going back and rearranging my, I guess, kind of upgrading my workflow, and to make sure where my drawings are anatomically correct. Like, so I'm just, I'm kind of following up on what I'm doing now, but I was doing this earlier today. Let me just zoom out real quick. I was doing this earlier today. I started yesterday on my sketchbook, my traditional sketchbook, and I just kind of had this aha moment. But I was doing this earlier. I was just kind of breaking down this I was breaking down this picture right here, and then just emulating it in my style, and then I just kind of, because I already have enough knowledge, I was just able to pick it up from there. But I could even do it again. Let me just open up a new image. Let me see. Import layer. All right. I got some couple of arm anatomy stuff that I've been looking at. Let me see. This is a good one right here. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Got all those details. So, I guess, the $1 million question that this comes down to is, how do you fall in love with the process, right? How do you embrace it? And I guess the answer to that is, man, you have to understand that you're not gonna get good in one day. You're not gonna get good in 2 days. It's gonna take some time. And I want you to, and this is something, and listen, I'm telling you this, but I'm also telling myself this, is that you gotta learn to have fun with your process, man, with your journey as an artist, if you're gonna take it seriously. Because here's what it's gonna do to you, and I'm telling you this firsthand. If you don't learn to fall in love with the process, you're gonna always feel overwhelmed. You're always gonna feel like you can't do it. There's nothing wrong with having a sense of urgency, but you need to understand that it's gonna take some time, and it's not gonna happen in one day. As as cliche as it sounds, and as blunt as I can put it, man, it's not gonna happen in one day. Just keep pushing. And eventually, I will do tutorials. As far as just learning how to do anatomy and stuff, and but I feel like there are some things I have yet fully comprehended to be able to teach you guys, that I just want to be able to have a clear explanation on whenever I'm teaching something, because at this point I'm just at a stage where I just do. But one thing I can teach you guys is just do it, man. That's what's gonna get you really good. Because if you just tuck your head down and just keep drawing and keep pushing it, you're gonna get good without even, like, as soon as you pick your head up and you just see your drawings, you're gonna get good. But go in with an understanding that, hey, this is gonna take some time, and I'm just gonna have fun with this. Because I'm here to tell you, man. One of the things I always hated, whenever I see artists, man, and they're just on YouTube and stuff like that, 'cause I've been watching a lot more artists, YouTubers, man. I just been having so many breakthroughs, and I'll share that as I begin this journey again. Is, man, there's no secret sauce. There's no secret to getting better. The only way to get better is just to go through it. It's just to enjoy the process. I think that's the secret right there, is just fall in love with drawing. And I think that's why a lot of these people who do art as a hobby, I think that's why they get better, because it's not it's not that serious to them. You know, it's not like to those few that just want to get good. It's just it's eating inside them. It's eating them up in the inside that just want to get good. You know, it yeah. This is not. I mean, it could be for those hobby guys. This video. Maybe there's some that just they just do it for on the side and just hey just checking this video out. But I'm really talking to the ones that just want to take this seriously. Is man, you just gotta enjoy the process, man. And that's one thing I'm learning. I kind of can't. Everything came full circle to me this morning. And I've been drawing for almost. I'm 22 now. Like I've been drawing for almost more than 10 years. Drawing, nonstop. And hopefully like now I'm more comfortable. I feel like I'm more comfortable drawing women now, and I used to struggle with that in high school. I actually did my best to stay away from them, but I remember this one period in time where I just knuckled down and just got drawing just to get better. But see, back then I didn't have an understanding of why I was doing it. Like I didn't back then I didn't really fall in love with the process. I felt like if I just enjoyed it instead of just getting so focused on trying to get better, that I think I would have been at a higher level, because that did put a lot of stress. That put a lot of stress on me, because I would usually just stay up like late at night trying to just draw, instead of just understanding that, hey, this takes time, and let me just break down what I see. One thing though, and I want to make a quick tip here. Don't get overwhelmed by just me. You looking at me drawing the anatomy. Don't get overwhelmed by that. And that's just in general. This is why I tell you, fall in love with the process. All right, because if you just take your time in learning something, you're gonna really enjoy it. It's like this. It's like in elementary school, right? When they teach you how to speak English, right? What if they just came at you with everything? They just dropped all that, like just told you sentences, verbal, whatever, the whole passive tense. You're gonna struggle learning it. But what do they teach you first? How to say the words cat, dog, simple stuff. Cat, C-A-T, dog, D-O. Just really simple stuff. So if we just apply that, right, into learning art, right, and just like like when drawing an arm, so when the arm, see how I make it look complex, right? But if you break it down, man, all it is a circle, a cylinder, and a triangle, a right angle triangle right here. That's all it is. And then another circle right there. And then, a rectangle if you want, or a square if you want to. And then, that's all it is. So as long as you know how to, or man, hell, even two cylinders in this. But so if you treat it like this, man, you think of it as like, yo, okay, I just gotta learn how to draw, stick people like this, right? Or even just that, like just drawing stick people. Because, man, believe it or not, this is where it all starts. Man, you master like drawing stick people and doing proportions, man. Hell, you can even do disfigure stick people, right? Just make them all dynamic, all that kind of stuff, right? Like just stuff like that. And this is what my buddies used to do back in elementary school, that he would just doodle like little stick people fighting, and that's what I would always do too. It was so much fun. Like, but the way he drew was sick. So that's where I really got that from. But it's just like stuff like that, man. If you just really understand the stick people, just learning how to draw that, and just having a good time with it, man. Just falling in love, like, man, it's gonna be an interesting journey, man. It's gonna build from there. So I guess I don't know if I really answered the question, because I feel like I was kind of going off on a tangent. I'm kind of just freestyling here, but I guess it's all a mindset thing. You gotta have a positive mindset about this situation, about your process. You gotta walk in like whenever you hit your pencil on the canvas, or your digital, your tablet on the computer. You just gotta understand that it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. You're not gonna get there in one day. It's like not all these millionaires are rich in one day. They took time to build that wealth. So why treat it like you're gonna get how can I get better than this? Like, how can I draw hands? Teach me how to draw hands. Or what's the secret to drawing hands? What's the secret to drawing good? Like, man, just keep working. Just keep working, and eventually I'm gonna put videos on how to analyze drawings, how to break down stuff, because man, I'm learning so much stuff. Like I just gave y'all a little gem right here on how to break down arms, like on how to really get better at just drawing arms and stuff. It's just understanding the simple shapes, right? So all it is, like I said, that's all it is right here. Look. Just a circle. Forget all this complicated stuff, man. Look, a circle, a cylinder, or a rectangle, whatever you're drawing in 2D, and then a triangle. You see that? In simplest terms, look. In simplest terms, it's a right angle triangle. Look at that. Beauty, right? And then a little square, whatever. So translate that, right? And look, and guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. At this stage, like if you're starting off just trying to get better, it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you got the message, like as long as you have the information in your head, right? Because now okay, circle, cylinder, circle, triangle, right? And then you just move it around, and then this is what you do now, right? Because this how I'm seeing it now. Instead of just struggling, just looking at this like, oh my God, how can you break this down in the simplest forms, right? But so if you do it like this, so now so you keep building on that, and and then this is what you do. You make an attempt on how the arm looks to you. So you just go with what you think it looks like, and then this is what you do. You go back and you check yourself. So you see how I just drew it like this, like, okay, wait a minute. The arm makes a natural shape like this, right? And then these are the biceps, and I think this is the deltoid. This backside right here, right? You see how it makes this little groove, and then the bicep, it stretches, and then here, these are the deltoids, I'm sorry. And then you see how it kind of comes into like a little onion shape, right? And then you look down here, it naturally just kind of goes in, right? Kind of forms itself together, and that's what it makes this little triangle shape if you look at it in simplest terms, right? And then it builds from there. So here's what you do. So now you go back and you just be like, okay, so you do it again, right? Triangle, right? So then you go back and be like, okay, so I remember the onion shape was like this, right? Look like that. Here's a deltoid. It's kind of stretched now because the arms fold up, and then the bicep, it's like that, right? Kind of builds a little ball, and then remember the triangle shape, right? And there you go. I mean, and that's how you start. That's where it begins. It's just doing it first, and then going back and just saying, oh, okay. So let me just Like, it's like when you go back on your math problems and you check, right? And then you go look back and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? Because if they just give you the answer, if you just get the answer every time, like, how are you gonna know how to do it when it comes to when you take a test? I'm sorry for all these school references, but it's facts. You know, um, but man, like, just to reiterate, just fall in love with it, man. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. And hopefully, the fellow artists that are going through other things, man, it's rough out here, it's gonna be rough at being an artist, especially at this. Well, I wouldn't say that. I think it's a perfect time to cultivate yourself, and get yourself together, right, and figure out what you want to do, because you're kind of forced to. But as far as just like it's with art, like, if you feel like you're in a bind mentally, man, it just I'm not gonna tell you, it's easy to change, because I know it's difficult, but just rewire your brain to saying, you know what, this is not gonna happen in one day. This is gonna take some time, and I'm gonna do my best to understand what I'm doing now. I'm gonna do my best to follow this process. If you're serious enough, man, because I think if you really have that desire to just get better, I think it's gonna overwhelm whatever you're going through at the moment. I think if you really have that desire to just, I just want to get better, I think you're gonna, like I said, I think you're gonna overcome whatever inner demons you have. Because I just think, man, like, getting better as an artist, man, I think it's gonna apply. I think it's gonna affect on a whole bunch of levels in life. I think it's gonna affect other parts of life for better or for worse. If you're improving, positively, man, I think positive stuff is gonna happen in your life. Positive mindset is gonna start to develop. Because to me, I think, man, my art is a source of my confidence. I think that's where I learned to develop my confidence, because I'm good at what I do. I feel like I am, and I'm just a student of the game. So I guess, in conclusion, just try to fall in love with the process, man. And the second point is that it's a mindset thing. Treat this journey with a positive mindset. Don't pressure yourself. Like, don't do it to the point where it becomes unhealthy to you. Don't do it to the point where it's gonna take a toll on you, because you will get burnt out. You will have to do a recharge. And what I don't want to happen to you is get to the point where you just don't want to draw no more. Like, you're just tired of it. And I think that's what happened to me, is that, I just got burnt out. I just got tired, man. I had some other things going on, but, like, just thank God I had a desire, man. Like, thank God I had a positive, like, I was able to witness this aha moment. So I'm grateful for that, because I know there might be some other artists going through that as well. Like, they just feel like they can't do it, and boom, like I said, and that's why I'm not trying to get you to feel sorry for me, but that's what I'm sharing this, because I want to be able to inspire others. Like, if they're going through that, like, maybe, there's some questions that I've seen that a lot of these YouTubers and these artists, they haven't answered, because I feel like they overcame these demons. I don't think they ever shared that, or I guess it's just because, like, we see we see all their good artwork on Instagram and stuff. We just get so overwhelmed with it. Like, damn, like, you know, I want to get on that level. But, you know, no one looked behind the scenes. You know, no one looked at the errors and the trials they made, you know? And I guess that's the video I have for today, man. And if this, you know, if this helps somebody, or if this, you know, inspired somebody, I appreciate, you know, you hit a like, and hopefully, man, you guys subscribe to my channel, and I just really hope that this journey that I'm gonna take on, I guess the third time now since the last video I put up with when I did an intro, that I think this is my time. You know, basically, you know, Corona or no Corona, this is my year. All right. Thank you guys for whoever watched them. You know, sorry it's a long video, but I felt like I had to share this, and it was just kind of off freestyle. But man, I hope you guys have a good day. And artists out there struggling, man, just keep drawing. Just keep drawing, man. Just keep drawing. All right, guys. Peace.